Salutations, it's me, Salty. Welcome to 2 Cents Toys, and today we're talking about the Vintage Collection Jabba's Palace Adventure Set. Could just call it a play set, call it what it is. But I picked this up at my local Walmart for $49.99 before tax, and I could have sworn these came out a while ago, but I guess Walmart just restocked them out of nowhere, or I don't know. Because I remember seeing reviews on these on YouTube for, gosh, a while back, but you know what? I didn't get a chance to get it, but I got it now, and I'm really excited, especially with the quality of the skiff that they just put out. There's been a lot of Return of the Jedi love this year, come to think of it, because they had the skiff, they got this, they had the sail barge, they got the Skiff Guard 3-pack, they got the Luke Skywalker Jedi coming out. They've been doing a lot of Return of the Jedi this year. Anyway, let's look at this box real quick. We got the Kenner-style Return of the Jedi logo, got the racetrack going around, we got a nice mock-up of all this. Includes Han Solo and Carbonite and Reese. That's pretty cool. I wonder if they're actually on the card back or not. I reckon they are, but we'll find out. And then you got a picture of all these other people, and they includes Adventure Set Han Solo and Reese only. All other figures not included and may not be available for sale. Nice Kenner logo down here at the bottom. Top of the box, we get a different way you can set it up. We got different figures here off to the sides. They advertise here to display Han Solo and Carbonite! Exclamation point. You can feel the excitement. Return of the Jedi, Kenner. On this side of the box, we get the logo again, and a cropped photo from the front. And this side of the box, the same as the other. On the bottom of the box, we get Kenner Hasbro, recreate iconic scenes! Exclamation point. So much excite. New picture, you can see Lando and the Gamorrean Guard taking capture of Leia, with Han nowhere to be found for some reason. Jedi logo. And then here on the back, we get the same picture as on the front. Still includes Han Solo Reese, except here on the back, in addition to the Kenner logo, we get the Star Wars Vintage Collection and the Disney and Hasbro logos. Enough about the box and my mindless ramblings. Let's go ahead and get this open. I'll assemble it, and we'll take a look at all the details. Here's the playset mostly assembled. I took the arch that goes here, I just had it set off to the side so I could have, Jabba set up here. And I think this is a nice blend of, vintage Kenner, Power of the Force 2, vintage collection. It's a good blend. Kind of to give you an idea of the things you can do with it. As you can see, the Han Carbonite sits up there. There's a magnet on the back, really strong magnet too. I don't know, I really love this thing. It's a small playset. All it is just basically that and 2 archways, but feels organic. It's to scale mostly, and it just it gives me a piece of my collection that I didn't know I was missing. You know what I mean? But anyway, enough looking at all this. Let's go over all the details and all that business. Now, these 2 brackets, which go on the side of the playset, are unique. They're different. Like, I figured they'd just be the same mold, just reversed, but they're not. You can see there's damage in this archway and damage on this archway. These plugs are universal, it looks like, except up here at the top there's a slight difference. There's detail on the inside. You can see the metalworking and the pipes, which even they are unique. Like, I figured, it'd just be mirrored, but it's not. They actually went the extra mile and sculpted all this differently. And I was thinking, oh man, it would have been really cool to continue this all the way down, all that kind of stuff, which they do on this side, but not on this one. But looking at it, I think maybe these are supposed to be shelves sculpted in, like maybe put like little skulls or blasters or something on here. That's probably what I'll end up doing. That seems right to me. Like maybe store some staves over here. But I'm gonna pretend these are shelves and they're meant to look this way and that they didn't cheap out here. And then the details on this are pretty incredible. You can see here at the bottom, these grates are actually, hollow. You can see through them, which is a nice touch. They could have just as easily put a sticker down or cheaped out on it somehow. The Tauntaun head sculpt over here is really great, and I guess maybe this is supposed to be a bantha, or, someone will correct me in the comments, I'm sure, but these 2 trophies are pretty freaking cool. Also, up here, this is all sculpted. They could have cheaped out again and just put paint, but they didn't. And then up here, these grates are also see-through. Like, they're hollow, you can see through them. Not very well, mind you, because they're double layered. There's a layer here and a layer up here, but still really nice. And also the sculpted rock detail, pretty freaking good. Pretty good. This is what the back looks like. Of course, it's the back, so they're not going to put much detail on here, but they did put some washing on here. They didn't have to, but they did. You also see the lever here. That's for raising and lowering the carbonite block on the front. And here on each corner, you can see you can attach the archways either going this way or forward. You're choosing. So they gave you some options. Pretty cool. It'd be nice to get an extra pack of the arches, just to, kind of have some options, build some rooms off of it. But, I know it's asking too much. They could, issue out entire lines and waves and boxes of just stuff to make Jabba's palace, which, is not going to happen. But, I'm sure if I look online, I could probably find someone that was willing or nice enough to cast extras, so that way you can do that, which sounds like a task for later. Alright, and as I suspected, they do come in card backs, and we're going to look at them real quick. So this one's reused, obviously. Comes with 2 blasters, has a nice still shot here from Return of the Jedi when they're on the sail barge, Kenner logo, racetrack, whole 9 yards. Kind of like it just a little bit. Card back was a little bit bent just because of the way they packaged it. Then on the back, we get, the racetrack, Disney Hasbro, all that stuff. And we also see, Han Solo reuse, Elite Praetorian Guard, Imperial Stormtrooper, Chewbacca, and the Solo movie Lando. Han, very much the same way. We get the Carbonite, Return of the Jedi, Kenner logo, very nice looking. Very bent because of the way it was packaged inside the box, but, I'm taking them off anyway. You can see we get 2 different types of braces for his wrists and I guess maybe his feet, but looking at that and looking at that, I don't know if that's going to fit. Maybe it's supposed to be for his hands. I'll find out. And then, of course, the Carbonite block behind him. And then, back of this card is the same as Reese. I'm curious how you got these for. If these 2 were only available in this Jabba's Palace playset, I wonder how these 4 were available. Maybe they came with a vehicle or something. So here's Reese and Han's out of their little packaging. And, yeah, I mean, they're the basic vintage collection figures. Doing a little bit of research, I think this is the Han that they used on the front of the box for the skiff, so yes, this did come out some time ago, and the copyright stamp is 2018 on the bottom of the playset, which is what I thought. I was pretty sure it had been out for a while, but I guess my Walmart just decided to restock them out of nowhere. Anyway, regardless of that, let's look at these figures a little bit closer. So anyway, I started blasting. As you can see, Reese is double fisting some pistols that he came with. Really nice sculpt. They got the padding really nice. Paint apps make them just look gross, which is kind of the point. And I don't know, this head sculpt always just makes me think that, the alien from Mac and Me got it on with a cow, and that's how he shows up, because that's just kind of what he looks like. He's got the 2 different blasters, which is nice. They could have just given you 2 of the same, but, just blasters. Going over articulation on him, he's got a ball joint up here at the head. Looks up a little bit, looks down a lot. Side, whole range of tilt. His shoulder pad is rubbery, but it's kind of a tough rubber, so his shoulder will spin 360, but you gotta go up and out to do so. Shoulder comes up at a 90. Single jointed elbow stops at just below 90. Elbow swivel, wrist swivel. Got the tiniest little joint down here at the waist that he can wobble back and forth, but can't really lean back and forth. He can swivel. He's only got hips that swivel forward, swivel back. Single jointed knee comes up that far, swivels, and that's it. So I spoke too soon with Han. These ankle cuffs do reach, they just didn't look like they would. And these are his handcuffs. Not the best Harrison Ford likeness, looks more like Dustin Hoffman really. It's better than this Han Solo that I have who's constantly looking up for some reason. But I do like the stain on his shirt a little bit better than just the plain Jane shirt. Going over articulation, he has a ball joint up here at the head. Can't look up because of the hair in the collar. That's as far as he looks down. Side to side, crazy amount of tilt. Shoulder spins 360, comes up way past 90. Single jointed elbows come up at a 90, elbow swivel, and forearm swivel in lieu of wrist swivel. He has a swivel here at the waist, kicks forward, kicks all the way back, single jointed knee goes back that far, knee swivel, ankle pivot back, doesn't really pivot forward, and ankle swivel. We have the Carbonite block with no points of articulation. Ooh, some really nice sculpt here on the side, especially this panel that's open, and the sculpt is really nice. Like, it looks mostly movie accurate. Not necessarily figure accurate, but pretty close. It's hollow completely. You can see that where there's going to be a magnet up here. You can see a kind of a bevel almost. And it's a very strong magnet. Holds up my scissors just fine. Holds up my X-Acto knife just fine. Holds up my knife just fine. Once you put it on that playset, it's not going to go anywhere. And there you have it, folks. There's my kind of discombobulated, disjointed review of the Jabba's Palace. What do they call it? An adventure set? But it's Jabba's Palace playset. Let's not fool ourselves here. It's a playset. And yeah, I'm very happy with this. I truly, truly love it. It's right up there with the skiff. Like, this vintage collection playset vehicle stuff, they're doing it right. It's something I'm really glad I picked it up. But anyway, if you like this playset or if you have it, then like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments if you have found this already, how long ago you got it, if you like it as much as I do. Maybe you've added some panels to it, or maybe you know where to find some extra panels. Let me know down in the comments. I'd very much appreciate that. Anyway, that's all I got for today. So, thanks for stopping by. Until next time, I'm Salty, signing off.